Hey guys, what's going on? Weiss Schwarz Master here, and today in this video I'll be showing you a basic game turn. So I'm going to be using the paper playmats, which you get in pretty much every single trial deck that you get. And yeah, I'm going to go straight into it. So before a game starts, you draw up to 5 cards, and if you don't like cards that you get that you drawn, you can discard that many and draw that many back. Let's say I drew like level 3s, which I'm not going to use until like later on in the game. I'll discard them and draw that many back. So let's say I had 2 level 3s in my hand. I'll discard those 2 and draw 2 back. Simples. And then afterwards you declare who's going first, and then the game starts. And I'll try and get something similar to this. So a level 0 with assist, 2 level 0 beaters, a level 1 beater, and a climax card in my first hand. I'll try and get somewhere like this, but most of the time it's not 100% like this, but when it is, it works pretty well. So you've got your stand-up phase. So that's pretty much any cards which are tapped, you stand them back up. Simple. Draw phase, pretty much just draw a card. Your clock phase, so if you got a card in your hand which you don't want, you can give yourself 1 damage by putting a card in your clock and draw 2 more cards. And then you got your main phase, so that's the phase where you start placing down your cards. And oh God. So you can put 1 here and there. But if you're going first on the first turn, you cannot put more than 1 card in your center stage. So if you do want to put down multiple cards when you're going first on the first turn, you might as well just fill out the backstage first and then put 1 card in your center stage. But then after that you can place down as many cards as you want, as long as you can pay the stock for them. And then you got your climax phase. So after you've placed down all the cards that you want, you put a climax card in your climax zone. And then the climax card does its effect, and then that's it for placing down cards. So pretty much after you've placed down a climax card, nothing else can be placed down at all. And then you got your attack phase. So you start off with your attack declaration step. So pretty much say who's attacking, and yeah. And then you got your trigger step. So after you've chosen who's attacking, you pick the first combat you want to do. So let's say this one. And then if you see on the card that small symbol, camera's getting focus. I'll take it out sleeve. Hold on, guys. It's like that symbol there. That's its damage. So when it attacks it will do 1. If there's nothing there, like in front of it, it does another 1, where it says a hit. And then if you're frontal attacking, it does nothing, like no difference. And then if you side attack him, you get the character facing its level, and you minus that from their damage. So if you're a level, well, doing 1 damage, and you got the card facing it is a level 1, it'll be 1 minus 1, which is 0. So after that, after you've figured out what it's doing damage wise, you then go for the trigger, which is reveal the top card of your deck, and you're looking for a symbol there. In this case, it's got nothing, so there's no bonuses for it, and then the card that was triggered goes to your stock. And then you build up stock to play your later on cards. And then afterwards it's the counter-attacking. So that's pretty much what the combat is. Like, if you lose, you go to reverse. If you win, you stay tapped. And then the damage step. So let's say I got attacked for 2. I'll then take the top 2 cards on my deck and start placing them in my clock. So 1, 2. So in this case, I took both of them. But if I drew a Climax card in one of those, it cancels it out completely, and the cards go to the waiting room. Oh, I suppose on 20%. And then the battle step, so lost, reverse, wins, stay tapped. And the encore step. So if characters end up losing, you can pay 3 stock and they go to your waiting room to bring that character back to tapped. And then there's some cards where it's a character encore. So a character from your hand to the waiting room brings them back. Or dealing yourself 1 damage brings them back. And then after that, you end your turn and it's their turn. And you're constantly doing that until someone reaches level 4 and loses. In order to level up, you need to take 7 damage in your clock area. And then when you do level up, you've got to pick a colour and put it sideways here to show that you've leveled up. But keep in mind, the colour that you put here is the only colour you can use until the other colours in your clock. So let's say I chose red. I'll put that there to say that I'm level 1. But now I can only use red cards until I clock a yellow card from my hand, or I start taking damage and get a yellow. So you're constantly doing that until you're level 3, take 7 damage, you lose. So, and that's pretty much a basic turn really. So I hope this video helps, and I'll see you all in my next video.